Some evenings do not announce themselves. They enter softly, through warm sunlight, through half-open windows, through the familiar silence of home. It was one of those evenings, the kind that looks ordinary, but carries something waiting underneath. In the kitchen, tea was boiling slowly on the stove. Steam rose gently into the golden light. 2 cups were placed on a tray. A small plate of biscuits waited beside them. Nothing about the moment felt unusual, and yet life has a strange habit. It often hides its deepest truths inside the simplest routines. Then suddenly, the tea rose too fast. It touched the edge of the pan, shivered for a second, and spilled over. Just a little, a quick mess, a tiny accident. But sometimes what spills in front of us reveals what has been overflowing inside us for years. No one moved right away. No one reached for a cloth. No one said, "It's okay." They only stood there, watching the steam disappear, and in that small pause, the kitchen became heavier than before, because some silences are not empty. Some silences are full of things that were never spoken. A few minutes later, they carried the tea into the sitting room. The tray was placed on the table. The evening had softened outside the window. The house felt quieter now. One sat by the window, one sat close by on the floor, and between them sat something far bigger than tea. A truth that had waited a long time. Her hands kept folding the edge of her dupatta. Slowly, again and again, as if her fingers were trying to speak before her heart was ready. Then, little by little, the old story began to rise. Not loudly, not dramatically, just like steam from a forgotten cup, quiet, warm, and impossible to take back. As the sky outside grew dimmer, the room grew more honest. A pain from many years ago was finally given a name. A silence that had lived inside the family for so long was no longer hiding. And suddenly, many old things began to make sense. The careful love, the unfinished sadness, the distance no one ever explained. Sometimes the truth does not shock us. Sometimes it simply explains us. The truth did not break the room. It softened it. Because some secrets are not dangerous, only heavy, and heavy things become lighter the moment someone is no longer carrying them alone. No one tried to fix the past. No one tried to erase the hurt. There was only quiet understanding, and sometimes that is what healing first looks like, not answers. Just understanding. After some time, she returned to the kitchen. The stove was clean now. The saucepan was back in place, and the tea was made again. But this time it felt different, slower, softer, kinder. Because once a truth has been spoken, even ordinary things begin to change. The same tea, the same kitchen, the same hands, but a lighter heart. By night they sat together once more. Fresh tea rested between them. A lamp glowed softly in the room. Outside, the world had gone quiet. Nothing looked very different, but something had shifted. The room felt lighter. The silence felt warmer. And the home somehow felt more honest. And maybe that is how peace really begins. Not with perfect words, not with dramatic moments, but with one small spill, one quiet evening, and the courage to finally let the truth be seen. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one.